Let's stop waiting for the perfect timing. Let's not wait for outside approval. And definitely, let's not seek validation. Instead, we're going to make peace with the past and walk in our purpose. We're going to focus instead on what truly matters. And for me, that's betting on myself, knowing what I want and believing I can have it. So let's set up 7 days in my journal, focusing on betting on myself.
I'm changing who I am. I'm making a new plan.
So I hope everyone is doing well. You guys have seemed to enjoy my journal setups. I have purposely skipped a page so that way I'm not sharing anything in my journal that comes before, but I do want to make like a collage page going across the two before I go into a whole new week. So the first set I am going to be using is this set here. I don't remember which verse planning book I took this out of now, but I will be pairing it with this doll from, I want to say last year's fall collection in 2024. So join me with your planner today as we set that up. I like that these stickers are big. This is really going to help to take up a lot of room. So that way we are not worried about, filling in space. But for day 1 of this, and this is huge, I might have to cut this down. We're going to cut it down. I'm not going to lie, this sticker is making me feel a bit intimidated in terms of how I want to cut it down. But I'm just going to let the scissors do its thing and not fret about it too much. So we can put one side right here. So just getting back into the journal prompts, this first day of betting on myself, the affirmation says, I am worth the risk of becoming more. Just gonna put this across the top like so. Just gonna turn the book so I can make sure I truly get the top of it. And each day gives you an affirmation, and then it's also some examples of prompts that you can use. I really like this girl because she looks like she's walking into her purpose, betting on herself, extremely confident. So I am worth the risk of becoming more. And some of the prompts that I see here for day 1 says, in what ways have I hesitated to bet on myself? What would it look like if I gave myself the same faith I give others? What's one bold step I can take this week toward my dreams? How can I remind myself that I am safe in my becoming? And I think that is just so beautiful. Really, I think like this page should really be done. And this was super, super quick. I can use the other florals on that sheet for like a mini spread. And this gives me some room to write. In case you're wondering where am I gonna write if I put down all these stickers, I do get that question a lot. And I can stick a small quote in here as well. So that is day 1. We can go ahead and move. Oh no, I am forgetting something. So I did like to write my affirmation down, and I'm going to choose a sticker here. I'm kind of liking this light color. So I want to make sure that I write down that affirmation. I am going to do that off camera. I'm just looking for the perfect size. So for this sticker, I will be writing down, I am worth the risk of becoming more. I am capable of writing really small. I'm gonna put that right over here. So the rest of the space will be used for journaling that out, and then I can have room here for a quote. And I think that came together pretty well. All right, for day 2, I am liking this vibe from VERSED Planning. And again, everything is going to be from VERSED Planning. Just wanna see the florals so I can kind of get a vibe for what type of stickers I wanna pull out. I'm wondering if I should keep it circles. Let's go to different shape. These sunflowers are kind of screaming these hexagon shapes. Sorry, I did that a little bit off camera. And I'm somewhere in between these two colors, more gravitating towards that. But I want it slightly bigger. Okay, so we have enough to put together a little honeycomb shape. And our prompt for, well, the affirmation for day 2 says, I don't need the crowd to clap. My purpose is louder. Ain't that the truth? And some of the prompts that we have for this day says, what external noise distracts me from my true goal? That is something that can happen all the time. I am literally just randomly putting these down. And I can use this to write my little journal in, or I can even use it to not journal in them, but I can write the prompt inside of it. I can write words on there, some positive words. And I'm gonna place her right here. Make sure I put her down like that. I am loving that. Some of the quotes, well, the questions that are here says, how do I feel when I stay focused despite outside opinions? I know for me, when I stay focused despite any kind of outside opinions, you know, I really feel as if that's when I'm thriving. You can't worry about what other people are thinking. That is just seriously gonna hold you back. You really have to be confident within yourself. Kind of want to put this large one here. I told myself I was going to take out some wax paper because VERSED planning stickers are quite thick and will stick down to the page. And taking out wax paper will take some of the sticky off, helping to make stickers just a little bit more, you know, movable. This next question I like. What boundary I need to create to protect my peace? Protecting your peace is so important. So important. As a teacher, I do need to protect my peace at times. There are times where, you know, people do think that you're just supposed to be all about the students, all about the students, all about the students. And why, yes, that is true to a certain extent. I always have to make sure that I prioritize myself. Just think about where to put this. Kind of like a dry piece, like falling. I'm just gonna leave it down here. And there's one more that I'm gonna put on here just to balance that all out. If my piece is like destroyed, I am going to be good to no one. So protect your peace. And the last question said, how can I honor my vision without needing validation? You know, I must say, just thinking about an experience I just went through with a younger child, it was kind of like but you didn't say good job when I did this. And it was like, why do you need someone to validate every single thing you do? I want you to feel confident in what you're doing on your own. And I think there's some sort of like mind shift that needs to happen when it comes to that. Kids are growing up, you need to be validated for everything. And you know, we're doing it as a positive reinforcement kind of thing. But what is that doing to that child who is going to become an adult? And I'm thinking about that for myself as well. I'm going to become older. I don't need someone to validate every single thing that I am doing. I want to feel confident with me. Day 3, I find so interesting. The affirmation for that day says, my past shaped me, but it does not define me. And I think as people too, sometimes we hold on to things people have done in the past and don't move past it. And that can be, you know, quite detrimental to the person who is holding on to that and knowing that they're trying to make themselves better. So I'm just thinking of finding a different shape for this one. And I'm just loving the neutral, like brown hues going into this. I'm really liking this light colored, like diamond shape. So we're going to use those. Not sure why I'm putting them down first, but we're just gonna stick to this kind of vibe right now. All right, one of the reflective questions that is here says, what story from my past do I need to release or reframe? There are so many people out there like just working on themselves, and you know, it's others that will hold on to your past, causing you to kind of you're holding on to your past because other people are holding on to it. So I think that's a good thing to really think about. What can you release? And then when you release it, you know, how do you move forward? Kind of liking her here. I'm liking that I'm like leaving a space there, and that space can be used for a quote, which is giving me enough room to go ahead and journal. So I want to also include some leaves on the top. Another question here is, how have I grown from the lessons that once hurt me? Kind of liking this coming out from here. I just didn't want it like covering her. And here too, another question is, what part of my story deserves more grace and less shame? And then the last question says, how does my healing empower my present goal? I like that. This down here. I kind of want to include another like small one. We can do that. And then we have enough room to write here, and then you have enough room for a quote here or here. So on to day 4. Day 4 says, success is not a race, it's a rhythm. For day 4, I'm gonna pull out Fashion and Florals 4.0, and I think I wanna use, does this one have like a flower shape? All right, we're gonna try to go with this like cloudy like shape. And the doll that I want to use, I did star it. And if you like any of these stickers from Verse Planning, I am a rep, and you can use my code Jasmine15. One thing I like about Verse Planning stickers is that she represents diversity, women of all colors, shapes, sizes, and I don't mind mixing it up. So this is the doll that I'm going to use for this one, along with some florals. And I believe my mind said in the beginning, this is what I'm going to use. So we're gonna stay with that vibe. And now that I'm thinking about it, and I don't mind my book falling apart because I have a sticker album from Verse Planning as well, where her pages fit perfectly in them. So when they fall out, I just stick them in there. I think for this one, I'm going to instead use some boxes. I'm also a rep, well, an affiliate for Mojo Jojo Plans. I feel as if I don't, you know, say much about that a lot. And I should, because it's a shop that I really enjoy using. I'm trying to see if I can go with a dark brown. Let's go with a dark brown for this one. And I just love the neutral vibes we have here. We're gonna add a little more to this. So I'm liking these flowers down here. And I am gonna get to what the questions are. All right, so one question is, what does my success truly mean for me right now? And if you guys ever want to do this on your own, remember Anika's Creative Closet. Okay, I want to put this down, but I almost don't want to fully put it down because I like how the flower will look resting on top. And again, more than enough space. To continue writing. We are going to place her right on over here. But I feel as if some flowers should come out behind her as well. Right, I have my table kind of like far away from me, so sorry if I went out of frame a little bit. I'll try to be better. So we're gonna put this here now. And it's okay that it hangs off a little bit. And we shall put her right on here. I think that is so beautiful. If you like what you see, go ahead and give my video a thumbs up. Let the algorithm know you like it, and it will suggest it to more people who may like it as well. So I was thinking about using like the other stickers as well, but I think I'm gonna stick to just these. And I am comfortable with that. I have all the top part to write and a little spot to put in a quote as well. But just finishing off with the quotes for this day. Finishing off the quotes for day 4. One quote is, "Where have I been comparing myself unfairly?" Another one says, "How can I create a version of success rooted in peace?" And the last question says, "What daily habits align with the life I desire?" So that is day 4. And I think the other spreads that I will be doing are not like fully thought out. But I kind of just picked up the stickers and said I know I wanted to go like a neutral fall theme. So for this sticker book, which is Neutral Dolls and Deco, this was a collab with Kreative Plan and VERSED Planning. It was such a beautiful, wonderful collab. I was thinking to go with this doll here. Even though I'm looking at this and I like really like it. This is where I can be undecisive. But I may have told myself this one. But didn't want it to look too, what can I say? Too like Thanksgiving-ish. So let's do that. I'm going to give day 5 a bigger box, a lined box. And we can put the box down here. I try not to put all my dolls in the same spot. So we're gonna put this here. Technically, I probably should have put down this box here, but definitely the doll has to go here. So we're gonna put the doll on top of the box. And I think she just looks so fierce. She definitely looks like she is betting on herself. This is a spread that makes me wish I was doing like a Dutch door type of thing. And I thought of going that vibe, but I did not. But I am going to just kind of outline. Or I could bring in like the florals from Kreative Plan. However, I'm not going to do that right now. We will do this instead. And just kind of create a little thing going on. Not too sure how I feel about this one. All right, but anyway, the prompt for day 5. Matter of fact, I didn't even read the affirmation for day 5, which states, "I bloom where I'm watered, not where I'm watched." I bloom where I'm watered, not where I'm watched. And some of the questions for this one says, how can I celebrate the progress I've made so far? What daily environments help me thrive? Where do I need to give myself more credit and less criticism? What small win today proves I'm in the right path? I'm on the right path. So although I didn't use florals, I think I kind of like this. I am liking that. Okay. And I want to just include like this behind her head. I like abstract pieces. And I'm sorry, I actually don't know if this book is available. I want to say it probably is sold out, if I'm being honest. So I'm sorry, I just turned the page just to snip off the excess. And that is my day 5. Now for day 6, let's pull out a different verse planning sticker book. I also want you guys to talk to me in the comments below. Have you started doing anything journaling in your journals? I want to know, have my journaling spreads inspired you? I want to say I've been eyeing this doll for a pretty long time, and it's probably time to use it. We are going to use the shapes for this one. We're going to use one of the hexagons for her to like sit on. And we'll use one of the smaller ones, not the really large one. Okay. So I think she will look best. Let's use the dark one. And for day 6, we can write down, consistency is my quiet superpower. Okay. There is some like deco in the back of this book that I really like and enjoy. I can pull out a few. Trying to think if I should have changed the shape. And this sticker is from Boho Bliss. Browse around on Verse Planning website. A lot of her sticker books, she did a really good shop, honestly. So a lot of her sticker books do sell out, but there are things available on the site. Just be sure to use my code when you do shop Verse Planning. And for Mojo Jojo Plans for the functional boxes, I would really appreciate it if you do use my link that is in the description box. If not, you can use my code Jasmine10 to save. All right, so while I just peek through the book to see if there's any more deco I want to add onto this page, some of the prompts questions that are here says, what area of my life needs more consistency and why? How do I feel when I show up for myself daily? What routines help me stay grounded when motivation fails? These are kind of bringing a little vibe to me. And what's one thing I can commit to for the next 7 days? You can literally go in any direction with this sticker book, and it will look good. I'm seriously just getting all types of ideas. Okay, so we're gonna stay back here on this page. It's gonna look like she's outdoor. However, I am going to bring this vibe to it. Okay, we're gonna do that. We're gonna pretend she has like an outdoor kind of setting thing going on and mix in these flowers with it. I think it could just be that I just love florals, so I'm throwing it in there. But no matter what you do in your journal, it's good for you. Remember, we're not out trying to seek validation from anyone. I like how my pages are turning out. If you do too, just give it a thumbs up. All right, the last page, I'm going to go ahead and use Boho Bliss again for this one. And the affirmation says, I am not who I was. I am who I chose to become. And we are going to choose a girl who reflects that. And I'm really liking this vibe. Should I choose that light? Yes. Okay. And we're just gonna put her here. I feel like she is just telling the story of becoming yourself, betting on you. It just screams confidence to me, and I love it. Okay. Now for deco, the butterfly is really speaking to me. So let's put down some butterflies around her because we're like transforming into the better version of ourselves. And right now, I have been actively working to be a better version of me with the new journeys I've embarked on, my fitness journey, my financial journey, my spiritual journey. This is all speaking to me. Right. Some of the questions for day 7. It says, who am I becoming through this journey? What limiting belief have I left behind this week? And I like that it's ending on that note. What have I left behind this week? What am I not focusing on anymore? What's not worth my time? What's not worth my attention? How has choosing myself changed the way I move? Telling you guys, like, she's moving freely. And I think that's what this journey is about. What does my next level require from me emotionally? Now, I didn't put down a box for my affirmation, and I want to go ahead and do that now. And we're going to go with this because we're changing. And I think it'll be okay to use this gray. I was staying within like the browns, but the gray has definitely spoke to me here, and I want to include that. So we're going to put that right here, and this is where I will write down the affirmation. The rest will be my journaling space. I want to go back and include some quotes. So let me just grab my quotes really quickly. All right. So thinking about betting on myself, becoming her, becoming this better version of me, I decided to use these quotes from Martina Sticker Co. I hate to say it, but I am also a rep for Martina Sticker Company. You can use my code Jasmine15 there. But these were just perfect. So these quotes say you did it. All of the shops will be linked down below, by the way, in case I haven't said it already. So let's just choose some stuff. So definitely, we have to begin the week with just starting. So starting the work on you. We'll put that there. Or it could have went down here. All right, let's not second guess. All right. This stuck out to me. Take a step back today and look at all those beautiful things you have accomplished. You did it, girl. You are becoming the best version of you. Taking that step. We'll put that right here. And I'll do a final flip through when we are finished. Any stickers sticking out, I will go ahead and cut it. No big deal. For this one, this has been speaking to me. Own lane, own race, own pace. We can put this right up here, or we've been leaving some space here on the sides. We can put that there. Okay. And I'm going to put, I will celebrate all of my achievements, big and small, as we are working on this. This one, I want to use something small here. Okay. So I embrace my uniqueness and use it to my advantage. I am committed to my vision, no matter the setbacks. And for the last one, I have the power to accomplish anything I set my mind to. And by the end of the week, this definitely is an accomplishment. So if you have enjoyed this video, go ahead, give it a like, thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, any more of my planning content, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You can hit the notification bell if you like. But here is going to be a final flip through. I appreciate everyone for being here with me today. And here we go. And I think all the pages came together so beautifully. So until next time, happy planning.